Hey everybody, it's Jack Bergeron, and I'm back. I know I was taking a very long time between videos. I've been feeling under the weather lately, so just not been really in the mood to do that. As well as ISUs for school. Still trying to get out of high school, so without further ado, I'm starting my next Let's Play series. As I said, I'm going to have 2 on the go. This time, starting with one of my favorite game franchises, the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Turn this up a little bit. I'm starting with Metal Gear Solid 2, and eventually when I get a copy of Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, I'm going to do that one instead. I really suck at the first Metal Gear Solid. I just have a hard time getting used to the controls. Is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. So, start with 2, and then I go back to 1 when I eventually get the Twin Snakes and do that as like a prequel game. That's how I'm going to do this. Considering, yes, the Twin Snakes did come out after 2. Though, yes, it was only a GameCube exclusive. Yeah, this one is called Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I'm playing the HD edition because I have the Legacy Collection. That might be a bit too loud, but I have the Legacy Collection, so... Alright, load game. What do I believe? Yeah, I've already beaten the game, so my save file should... Yeah, it's already been completed. I'm just gonna do it off of the same save file. Just do the whole thing. Do the whole game over again. So yeah, welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm gonna do both the tanker mission and the plant mission, just because those are the options. You can either just do the tanker or just do the plant mission. I'm gonna do both, so just do both. Very easy, because I am a pussy, so radar type 1. Yeah, let's do this. I am going to go back to The Legend of Zelda.
2 years ago, we had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
I am going back to Ocarina of Time. It's just I want to have 2 Let's Plays going, so I have more videos going up on the channel. You know, more content for you guys to enjoy. Hideo Kojima. Yeah, no, I have the HD version because I got the Legacy Collection, which is 1 to 4. I have bought Metal Gear Rising Revengeance as well as Metal Gear Solid 5, both Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain. Just, you know, enjoying. I even got one of my friends addicted to the first game. He's playing it on his phone right now. He actually has his own YouTube channel. His name is Adil's World. You should probably go check out his channel. His channel is really good. I'll link it in the description. Not suspicious whatsoever.
on the sketch. You'll know soon enough.
Damn it, Ocelot. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Starring Solid Snake. Voiced by David Hayter.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed.
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mailing's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work.
You can actually move
You know
them
how the
around.
technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You could take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake! Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water on the riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo rooms, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. Is there a game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Autocon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 740. Russians?
You sure?
Don't worry, Barber touched that head pair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no mailing this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Bergeron bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Alright. One thing you do gotta understand about the Metal Gear Solid games is there's a lot of cutscenes. Because it's a very story-driven franchise. They focus heavily on the story of the game. Oh shit, missed. There you go. I'm playing on easy. Yes, I'm a pussy, but on easy, the tranks take like immediate effect, so it helps a lot. So I'm just kind of leave them there. Right now, I have that, and I can throw a magazine, so I don't know, it's kind of pointless. The gameplay for this game was like this for a while. They changed it up in more like recent games. But the main focus of this entire franchise is stealth, so... Can I get in this way? No, it's locked. Alright. Let's go upstairs.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Alright. Some helpful information for later on. Well, for the whole game, really. Okay, so which way do I... Can't go upstairs, so... Try to remember. It's been a little while. Recently, though, I've been playing, Ground Zeroes. It was only, $20 on PSN, so... Decided to get it, you know, because you can transfer, save files from Ground Zeroes to the main game, which is the Phantom Pain. So I thought, hey, I might as well unlock that crap, so it'll be very helpful. As well as there's some fun bonus stuff that you can get from that, so... That was mainly my thinking towards getting it. Alright. Surveillance camera? More codec moments.
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place.
No shit.
Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
Well, I don't have any chaff grenades, so I'll just kind of press up against this wall to get by it. Though it is easier if you have the chaff grenades. Am I supposed to go this way, or...? Oh, there's just... I don't think I can get that. I think... Oh, it's a ration, yeah. Yeah, I can get the ration. Right. Yeah, with this game... Well, pretty much all the games in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, you can switch to a first-person perspective to, you know, look around and stuff. It does come in handy throughout the game, so pretty much we'll be using that the entire time. So there's a few guys. There's a camera in there.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Yeah, essentially what he's saying, shoot the fire extinguisher. And knock that fuck nugget out and crawl underneath, because that's where the explosives aren't. Okay, so he's unconscious. So move up. The trank gun just is so useful throughout this entire game. Like, there's no way I could have beaten this without it, because it just helps me get through areas faster.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the hold to locate the actual metal.
Well, anyways, so that's pretty much all I'm going to have time for today, so you get a little bit of a taste of Metal Gear Solid 2, while next time we'll be getting to our first boss battle, actually. I enjoy playing this game a lot, and hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.